Welcome back to Screamers. I'm Jessie, here with Maya and Honor, whose spirits we can hopefully lift after a rainy afternoon in Dagenham. This week we're going to be talking all about the WSL and the first round of League Cup games. But first off, huge congratulations to the Red Roses.
What a dominant win.
Went and bloody did it.
2 months to the day since the Lionesses bloody did it.
Oh my God. What a summer. What a summer.
What a summer to care about women's sport.
Honestly.
If you don't, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing? No, I do feel #blessed to have been in attendance at both finals, see the girls lifting the trophies.
I think you're becoming the good luck charm for women's England teams.
Well, that's what I was saying.
Gonna have to get you out to India for the cricket that starts this week.
I think they're going to need more than my presence from what I know about the cricket girlies. Sorry.
They need Hempo.
They do. Ex-cricket player.
Ex-cricketer. Kind of hobbled with an ankle injury, but sure. How was it then, Honor? How was the vibes?
Oh my God, it was insane. Like, it was spine tingling to see the 80,000 plus fans there. The crowd was incredible, like really animated crowd. The girls were amazing, obviously. Had a lovely little hospitality experience.
Ooh la la.
With some cute little free gifts as well. So I'm going to be playing in the park with my new rugby ball. Thanks, MasterCard.
What position do you think you play?
Obviously, I'm going to think of myself as the number 15, Ellie Kildan.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I acknowledge that I am no Ellie Kildan. Well,
you're number 1. You're going to be in the middle doing all the...
I played prop when I played at uni.
You played at uni?
Yeah.
This is a revelation. Sorry for our biggest rugby hater.
I've never been a rugby hater.
You're just a football purist.
I'm just a football purist. I've never been a rugby hater. I played not for uni, I played for college.
That is so cool.
Love that.
Yeah,
I have to say, watching the rugby has not made me want to play at all.
No?
But I've loved it.
My favourite thing, apart from winning the World Cup, obviously, was you saying you wanted to sign Ellie Kildan for Arsenal, Maya.
We need to. More on that in a second.
More on that. Well, on that note, should we talk about some football?
So the WSL weekend has just wrapped up. I've legged it over to the studio from Dagenham. But yesterday we were at the Emirates for Arsenal versus Aston Villa, which was not a thriller.
I have to say, it has not been a weekend for the ages for any of us.
No, it's really not been. I think you came out best.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
you didn't lose.
No,
you definitely came out best.
Best of a bad bunch. Yeah, so as we were saying in the intro, Ellie Kildan really could have done some bits because we just couldn't get through.
No.
As is the endless issue for Arsenal. No matter how many forwards we sign, it just doesn't come together in the final third. There's such a lack of decision making.
Yeah.
We get the ball down there. We have people like Kim Little, who I think is playing really well this season. But
oh my God, she's rolling back the years.
She is, but like she is playing 90 minutes every single week. Like,
yeah.
And to be honest, I think she's doing a great job.
I
was
do as
really
well.
Impressed by her yesterday.
Her and Mariona Caldente maybe wasn't as good as she usually is, but I still think the two of them are really getting things done in the midfield, but then it's sort of petering out as we get to the final third.
I've been quite disappointed with Mariona for the last 2 games, to be honest, and I thought specifically this weekend, I thought she was pretty woeful.
I don't know about woeful. I think she's
by
still
her standards.
Quiet.
Maybe by her standards. I still think she demonstrates a creativity that the rest of the team at times are lacking. And I think it's really disappointing actually what was happening in that final third.
Yeah.
I think we missed so many opportunities. We were trying the same things over and over again. I saw a clip of Ian Wright talking about how Renee Stegers is setting up exactly the same every game. She's using the same subs, and like we have all this depth, we should be trying different things, and I can actually completely agree. I think, and I know I bang on about her, but having someone like Cara Cooney-Cross not come on this season at all is a waste because we could be trying something different and we're not.
Moments like this, you remember that she was Jonas Eideval's assistant coach 2 times over, because that's that's a very Jonas thing to do, isn't it?
Totally, and it is giving those last 6 months of Jonas at the moment, that kind of lack of what looks like sort of fire or drive or kind of impact. I think Katie Reid stood out for me. I thought she did really well against Ebony Salmon, who has such a lot of pace, but she was just closing her down really effectively over and over again.
Katie is incredibly quick, actually.
Yeah, she is.
You don't think it because she's so tall.
Yeah.
And
but
then
she's pacey.
You watch
She's
her
really
eat up the
quick, but
ground.
she's also making really intelligent decisions.
Very calm.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been so impressed by Katie Reid. I think she has taken to the speed of the WSL so well. Like, she's young. There's obviously some moments that are like, okay, you'll grow, you'll learn from that. She looked really upset after the game, and I was like, babe, that concession was not on you.
Exactly.
It'll be really interesting when Leah is back up to full speed what happens, because I think she's taken to the WSL so well, you don't want to then like stop that development. But obviously Leah also plays right centre back, so are we going to see Katie move to the left? Are we going to see her then drop back and only be the starter for cup games? I think it'd be quite interesting how Renee manages that.
Yeah, but I think it is good in a way that Leah's going to start coming back as all these other competitions start kicking off, because there will be opportunities for her for them both to play. And I hope that means that, you know, some of our other like former starters or former subs start getting more minutes.
I think that will be the case.
Yeah.
Especially with Lotta, what she was saying before the season of like knowing that as we get further along into the season, she's going to have more opportunities to play her part.
Well, let's hope we don't get knocked out of all the competitions.
Well, you don't have to join the Conti Cup until the quarter-finals, so you'll be all right. The one person I can't see the route into the team for, though, is Jenna Nicewanger. Like, what is happening there?
Where is she? Free her.
She's not even in the matchday squad.
No.
Like, it's so strange.
It is really strange. And I think stranger still that they're not telling us what's going on, because like they must know that people are speculating and how it looks.
Because obviously even when Lena Hurtig was sort of out of the picture for a while, and it was for reasons that we still are not privy to and we shouldn't have to be, they were still like, it's taking time away for...
They announced there was a reason.
They announced there was a reason, and that's all you need to do to shut down the speculation.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really... It kind of feels like what some teams in men's football do, where they sign a player, don't play them, but know their value will go up anyway, and then they can sell them on in a couple of years, because surely
such
she can't
a cynical move,
giving nothing. But
well,
fair play to Villa.
I think, fair play to Villa. I thought they actually did. I mean, I thought Hansen was really good when she came on.
She stood out for me. I think she was the game changer, because Arsenal, although they weren't scoring their chances, were so dominant in the first half.
Yeah.
And then Kirsty Hansen, I think, just totally changed it for Villa.
Villa could have been like
Daphne Van Domslaar did make a few good saves as well. Yeah. And they just weren't, if Villa had been a bit more clinical with some of those shots and them being on target, there were some that Daphne Van Domslaar was not getting to.
Yeah.
So they could have been theirs that game, but thank God it wasn't. But even so, that was a game we really should have won.
Yeah, definitely.
And now someone was saying that it kind of on average you need to win 18 games to win the league. So Arsenal basically can afford to drop points one more time this season if they want to hold on to their title hopes.
No pressure.
Well,
no pressure.
This game,
and it's September.
I feel with the Arsenal United draw last week, it was like, ooh, have both teams made the title charge a little bit too difficult for themselves? But also like that's the two contenders coming against each other. To a certain extent, you expect a draw. This was the one where it really feels like maybe you've lost ground now. Yeah,
I agree. I think I still kind of believed last week, because as you say, a draw against another title contender doesn't feel as painful, and it feels like that's also taking points off them.
Yeah.
This is just points we should be picking up, which other title contenders will be picking up.
Yeah.
So I don't think the league's going to be ours.
Yeah.
If we carry on in this vein.
So that ended 1-1 Arsenal to Villa. And then speaking of the other title contender, Man United had a fun old romp against Liverpool today. My God, it's going to be a long season. I don't know how we managed to keep it to only a 2-0 loss, to be honest.
Mark Skinner was a happy boy, but he was also like, we should have scored more goals.
I mean, we were just shocking.
Man United absolutely dominated.
Oh my God, yeah. I mean, even if it hadn't been for that early goal, which was...
unbelievable.
Oh God, it was unbelievable.
Well.
Absolutely. Wow. The technique to hit it it was phenomenal. But even without, like, it didn't take a wonder strike to beat us. We weren't good. He's trying to implement Gazball and this like build up of possession, building up from the back, lots and lots of passes, and it's like cool, but we are utterly toothless.
Yeah.
It's not coming with the aggressive pressing.
It's a bit like how, and sometimes still is, a bit like how Everton used to be when they first started playing Brian Sorensen ball.
Yeah.
Where they had this idea, but they didn't quite have the skills to match it. And now it's slightly coming together for them. But yeah, Liverpool are drowning.
I'm
really.
not sure it's coming together for Everton, to be honest.
But at least Everton always have the plan. They have the plan B of a counter attack. We don't even have that.
I thought the Mir Enderby sub was a good idea
Yeah.
because her speed did actually do something. It's just
Yeah.
that she couldn't finish that chance. And if she had done that, would have been so good.
I think we need more, our forwards definitely need more composure, because the chance that Mia Enderby had, the chance that Capox had, like Turland, Mallard, they put them away. Whereas that's what we're missing. But we're not, Gazball is like, it's possession and it's aggressive pressing, and we are not a fast team. So they're not pressing.
No.
So all we're doing is like, and against a team like United, who are very good at controlling the ball, it's like,
and very aggressive as well. So
Yeah.
even when you're in possession, you're never really safe because
No.
they will be pressing.
I mean, even your set pieces, like there was that Kerry Holland free kick that just no one got contact with. Like
No.
that could have been something.
Yeah, you can see Gemma Bonner was like so
Frustrated
after that. It's what's even more than the tactics. I'm like, fine, like there's going to be pain adjusting to a new system. There's going to be pain blooding in new signings. What's really, really concerning me is just like the overall drop in quality.
Yeah.
Like, obviously we lost Olivia Smith and we lost Taylor Hines, and a lot has been made of that, but like that shouldn't affect the like overall footballing quality of players who are already there. Like the amount of sloppy passes and like giving up possession easily.
Yeah.
Like back passes that, like the Toon goal came from just like a dreadful back pass that then wasn't dealt with properly by our defence. It's just like, we've got to start making the basics easy for ourselves, guys.
Yeah.
Before we move on, there's one more thing I want to say about this game, which will relate to something that I know we wanted to talk about later regarding Jess Naz and the racist abuse she received. So Rafaela Borgrafa, who's Liverpool's new keeper signing, she started today. She started in the week, the League Cup game against Sunderland. She missed the first few games for Liverpool, and there was a lot of confusion as to why. And then it came out last week that she is subject to an investigation by the FA for a racist comment made during Liverpool's pre-season camp. And it was having an internal club investigation, and then is now being investigated by the FA. And I just think it's not a good sign. It doesn't look good for someone who's being investigated by the FA for a racist comment to be making her first starts for the club.
I was very surprised to see that.
It's really like, that might be allowed under the scope of the investigation, but just because it's technically allowed doesn't mean it should be something we're doing. And that, like, if it seems like clubs and the leagues aren't taking the seriousness of these allegations, then
what kind of message is that sending if there's just no consequence and actually you can just keep playing?
You can keep playing, and it just contributes to this atmosphere of like fans sending these awful messages to Jess Naz, to Jess Carter over the Euros, to Bunny Shaw, like to so many players.
Exactly. And I also think in a sort of landscape where, if we think of football as reflecting of society, in a time when people are feeling more and more emboldened to just be outwardly racist, it's on the clubs and the leagues and the fans, but mostly the clubs, to be really even more kind of strict and like confront these things much more head on. Because it is growing, and like, you know, football is just a slice of society, and that therefore we should be safeguarding it even more strongly than we have been doing, which by the way we haven't been doing very well.
No, it's incredibly disappointing to see the apathy of clubs. Like I saw photos of St George's flags at Villa Park before the WSL game, like tied to the statues around the stadium everywhere, and to not even remove them before the game, it's so embarrassing. And it's just like, just sends out this message that people can do what they want,
and that it's okay,
absolutely no consequence.
Exactly.
I think the WSL is still continuing to persist under this idea that it's inclusive and it's welcoming and it doesn't have an issue with anything. And it's like, no, there are like blocks upon blocks of this all creating this awful atmosphere. And like, who knows, in this specific instance the investigation might find nothing.
Exactly.
But it's still,
you know, we spoke about it last season, like if you have this idea that you are inclusive, it's actually so insidious, because it means you don't feel like you have to do anything proactive to stop these incidents, because you're like, oh no, we're inclusive, like women's football is inclusive, therefore we don't ever have to look at how we're behaving or look at how we're doing things. And that is like, in so many cases, the root of the problem.
It's very dangerous.
So obviously it goes without saying that we're sending solidarity to all of those players that have suffered racist abuse, and we just all need to do better.
And rounding out the air of disappointment for Screamers, how was Dagenham, Honor?
So I came here straight from Dagenham.
Scoreline?
So it was 4-0 to Chelsea, obviously. It was already looking like a thrashing with 3 goals scored in 15 minutes. And then to top that off, Inez Belomu got a red card for an insane hair pull on Alyssa Thompson.
Why do players still think they can get away with it?
It was absolutely outrageous. It's like, okay, welcome to the WSL. I know you're new here, but
it's like being pushed into the lockers on the first day of school.
No, it was insane. It was interesting because, again, Chelsea didn't play exceptionally well.
No.
Like, defensively, West Ham had an XG of 1.78, which obviously they didn't convert, but like just kind of showed how much space Chelsea did give to them, especially in the opening moments of the game. There were a couple of West Ham chances where Vivian Say got through on goal. Obviously, she's not going to put that away because she's incredibly unclinical at the moment. But yeah, very shaky considering how dominant a win it was.
Feels like once you get past that Chelsea midfield, there's a lot of space to exploit in the defence.
Fionn Morgan got through as well, didn't she?
Yeah, I do think actually the addition today that improved their midfield was the inclusion of Oriane Jean-Francois.
Yeah.
She just added a bit of an attacking quality, kind of that extra out ball, and she was making those runs into the box as well. So I thought she was very impressive. And it's funny because it's Sonia Bonpastor is essentially the opposite of Renee Slegers in terms of like experimenting with her formation. It's like every single weekend she's doing something completely different.
What shall I do this week? Alyssa Thompson is wing back? Who knows?
But obviously, like, of those 4 goals, one is like Aggie Beaver-Jones' insane free kick.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine 2 of them goals might be discussed later.
And Erin Cuthbert's outside the box screamer. It's like, okay, these are like moments of individual quality. There was only one well-worked goal in the first half, really, or like before the red card, and then it was like they kind of switched off a bit.
Yeah,
I do think obviously the Erin Cuthbert goal, you've got to hit that well, and it takes like a lot of talent to hit that as well as she does. But I do think West Ham invited that because they'd shown in the first like 10 minutes that they were happy to pop shots off from out of the box. And so if you're a defender, you have to then step to those players.
Erin Cuthbert had so much space.
They were just backing off and backing off. Like
she wouldn't have had the space to do it had it not been for the defence backing off.
Yeah, but she'd had 2 before that hadn't. She hadn't got a goal from, and they'd done the same thing. It's like, all right, well, I'll keep doing this then.
We know that Erin Cuthbert is going to score.
Exactly.
So what are you doing there? Kira Walsh as well has been quietly impressing me this season.
Yeah.
She made some beautiful passes that in the end like didn't come to goals, but really, really good. And then West Ham. Woeful. I mean, the only thing I can say was Rico Ueki was managing to get around Millie Bright very easily, but I think that's more of a commentary on Millie Bright than Ueki.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a like heart in mouth moment for Chelsea fans, I imagine, when an attacker's running at her.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is though, they can just score, like they can outscore anyone. Don't really matter, does it?
Maybe not when it's a West Ham attacker.
Yeah, I thought if there's a positive sign, you looked better when you went down to 10. You looked a bit more defensively compact.
To be honest, I thought we would be more ruined than we were when we went down to 10.
That sounded sarky, but I meant it as a compliment.
And again, Honor Siren is like one of the only players who I thought kind of had any control at all in the game. But basically, yeah, skin her out. Rianne this time.
Quite concerning that Chelsea could still kick into another gear. But elsewhere, the other few matches, because of the insistence upon scheduling all matches at the same time, we didn't get to watch Leicester City Tottenham Hotspur. Well, I think they heard you talking, Maya.
Yeah, you said.
They heard Maya talking shit about that fixture last season. I thought we're going to put on a show. Finished 2-1 to Spurs, but it looked like it was getting a little bit tasty at points.
Yeah, I love a little fight.
Yeah, a little scrap for the ball after Leicester scored their goal and was trying to mount a comeback. And then Man City beat London City Lionesses 4-1. Nikita Paris, of course, getting a goal against another former club.
That was a lovely goal from Keats, to be fair. So, I love that. Crazy. Miedema's goal early on, it's just, I don't understand how teams are still leaving her unmarked in the box. Like, I know she can be a bit wobbly sometimes, but it's like, you're leaving Viv Miedema for a free header in the box.
I wonder if they think it's like negging her. We don't actually trust
reverse
that you'll do
psychology,
it well. Yeah. It feels like City are starting to gain ground, but then all our London City Lionesses just under delivering on all of the excitement we had coming into the season.
It's probably a bit of both.
And then the other game was Brighton 1, Everton 0. Sorensen Ball is not kicking off just yet.
Only against Liverpool at Anfield.
That doesn't count. That doesn't count as Sorensen Ball.
Prime Barcelona.
That counts as Anfield curse.
That's just the curse.
Yeah.
Prime Barcelona at Anfield. But anywhere else, they have been struggling, haven't they?
It looked like when they realised about 10 minutes before the end of the game, like, oh shit, there's 10 minutes left. Let's like throw everything at it. And then they looked like they might get a goal. But Brighton are looking very nice.
Decent. Yeah,
I agree.
Really, really fun team to watch right now. I loved that scrappy little Adjuman goal. It's like Fran Kirby's lovely looping cross.
Yeah.
Rosa Kavaji's like kind of scorpion heel.
Well, yeah, because I was like, why didn't she
Adjuman?
try and header it? But then from the other angle, it looks like she kind of then headers it onto her own. It's weird. Whatever it is, it's odd.
Loved it. And then Michelle's little like strained, scrappy kick. Yeah. Great goal.
The two little Arsenal kids having fun on the south coast.
Yeah, I'm loving seeing Rosa Kavaji thriving, I have to say.
I'm loving seeing her thriving. I'm not loving seeing her in a number 6 shirt, because what's that about? Not to be an old man, but why is she wearing a number 6 shirt? Come on.
We all know that you have old man tendencies.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I think
Once again, our football purist.
Wow, no, just grumpy git, I think is how you phrase it.
And elsewhere in the WSL 2, Nottingham Forest got another win, so they are now 4th, which is pretty exciting.
Yeah.
So close to the potential promotion zone. Ipswich Town also got their first win today, 3-2 over Portsmouth. Again, exciting. And yeah, looks like Sheffield United, as we have been saying, are heading straight down.
Poor old Sheffield. It's obviously well early in the season, but it's looking again like it's going to be really close. So Birmingham 10 points, Charlton 10 points, Sunderland 8 points, and then Forest and Bristol on 6. I mean, you look at Durham down in 8th, Crystal Palace in 7th. You think it's quite
crazy.
Quite mad how tight that's going to be, I think, the whole season.
I think it's going to be really, really fun with these even matchups that can go either way. So we'll definitely have to keep an eye on it.
I think we need to start making some trips down to Palace to watch some WSL2 games.
I'm in.
And the Subway Cup has kicked off.
The bread's out the oven. It's at the start of the buffet. We're in there. What comes first? I've not been to Subway in years. What comes first?
Also have not been to Subway for years. Honor's gluten-free. She's got no idea.
No, apparently they do gluten-free, but I have not dared to try it.
Maybe
Subway,
this
if you're
season's
listening.
the season. Yeah, exactly. We'd love to try, would we? I'm not sure. Anyway, a double win for both of Honor's teams.
She's really hedging her bets in
Yeah.
the competition.
So West Ham beat Charlton 5-1.
Yeah, plenty of screamers in that game. Wow.
And Nottingham Forest beat Newcastle United 2-1.
Yeah, really exciting. So Forest are on a pretty good run at the moment.
Yeah.
With 3 wins.
And then, elsewhere, Man City beat Everton. London City Lionesses beat Crystal Palace.
I find those matchups more interesting.
Me too.
Considering they've not played each other in their current iteration of superstars, London City Lionesses, it's quite an interesting how close
2-1,
was.
it's tight scoreline, exactly. And then big win for Leicester City.
Yeah, massive.
5-1 to Ipswich Town.
Not as big as a win for Liverpool.
Yeah, 5-0. I
5-0.
found it really funny because there were loads of clips on the WSL Instagram of Liverpool's goals, and I was like, okay, they're posting all of this because they've had absolutely nothing else to post this season.
It's you've got to take.
Fair enough, 5-0. That's a great scoreline.
Got to take the highlights.
You've got to
from
take
where
the
they
moments of joy.
Yeah.
And there's a very good chance we could play Sunderland in the playoffs.
So Liverpool for the Subway Cup?
Yeah, sure.
Putting your predictions
Bit of
in
cup
early.
magic.
Okay.
Well, I did say at the start of the season that I think we need to focus on a cup again, another cup run. Let's face it, we just need to get past bottom spot in the league, and then we can focus. We've got a nice group for the Subway Cup. We should have a good number of matchups.
Yeah,
it's nice to test out potential competition for next season.
It would be quite iconic if you were to go down and in the same season win
the Subway Cup. Yeah, I'd love that.
Pure Barclays heritage, that would be.
So Barclays.
Well, after both WSL action and League Cup action, we should have a lot of screamers to pick from this week. So shall we do our latest screamers of the week picks?
Let's do it.
So I believe, Maya, you won last week with Rosa Kavaji.
Ooh, Ooh, I didn't know that.
So,
yeah, well done. Congratulations. You're on a winning streak.
Yep.
Woohoo.
I know it's gonna be quite. I feel like this is the problem when you start winning, you pick up steam, and it's gonna go all your way. So, who are you picking this week, Maya?
I really, really, really don't know what to pick.
There are so many.
so many.
Yeah.
My personal two favourites are Miyazawa,
Unreal goal.
unreal goal.
Unreal goal. I can't pick it.
No, you can't pick it. And Erin Cuthbert. Because I love an Erin Cuthbert screamer.
Yeah.
I just think she's so...
Barclays.
Oh, she is.
Yeah.
She just always gets it done, doesn't she?
Has she ever scored a goal from like in the 6-yard box?
I actually don't... Yeah, that is such an Erin Cuthbert goal, this
Yeah.
one. So I think I'm going to choose... Do either of you want either of them?
No.
Oh, you do? Okay. In that case, I will, because I'm such a lovely Samaritan, I will go for Miyazawa, since you can't choose that one. A lovely assist from Jess Park, who is really doing bits for Man U.
Shit, yeah.
And
She's
my
been,
fantasy team now. Thank you, Jess.
Oh, she's not on mine yet, but she has been like, there's that one signing that like helps kick a team on to the next level. Jess Park is that this season
Totally.
for
She
United.
just finds
100%.
those pockets in a way that the rest of the squad is not doing.
Yeah.
So lovely assist from Jess Park. And then Miyazawa just plants her foot. First touch, hits the post. Actual rocket. It was such a good goal.
It like weaves in between. I think it's Gemma Evans's like raised leg to try and block it.
Yeah,
in the post. Like,
And fair play, she got that up really high, her leg.
yeah, I mean, she's been limbering up.
Not
But
high enough.
not high enough, exactly. Yeah, perfect. Just like perfect timing. Beautiful goal.
I mean, yeah, I texted you both saying United screamer, fuck's sake. Which really sums up my feelings towards it.
So, Jessie, no prizes to know what you're picking?
Yeah, I had I thought it was going to be the Aggie Beaver Jones free kick just because it was
That was gorgeous.
stunning.
I have to say, in person, it was next level.
Yeah.
We had a really good, we're kind of sitting on the other end of the pitch.
Yeah.
But to have that kind of side on, but angle from behind, you
Yeah.
could see it curling in the air. And I was gobsmacked.
It was stunning, and I was like, "That's it. That's my screamer." Also, shout out to Berman standing there. I was
Oh
like,
my God,
"What are you
loved.
doing there?"
We're actually like, why is Berman
Why's
standing
Berman
over this?
about to take
and
it?
then why is Aggie also standing over it? And
Yeah.
then that's why.
And then
Aggie was
that's why.
standing over it.
Uh,
Who knew she could do that?
Well,
why
I
hasn't
mean,
she been on the free kicks?
She's going to be trying it from now on, but it has to be the Erin Cuthbert hit because peak Erin Cuthbert. She'd had a couple of pops from outside the box and realised West Ham are not going to close me down. And it was just the way she was running at them going, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And then hit it. And it was beautiful. But I have to give another shout out to it's not, my scream will be Erin Cuthbert, but a shout out to one Honor Wicks for a fucking pile driver at five-a-side football on a very Erin Cuthbert-esque goal, actually. If you think it really hit it with venom. So sadly, I'm going to go with the Chelsea one, but it was a very close second on it.
Thank you, Jessie. That's really nice to hear.
And what are you picking on now?
So I'm going to look back earlier in the week to the League Cup. I know West Ham are playing Charlton, and there's obviously a bit of difference in quality, but
I don't know.
that does not take that does not take away from the quality of this goal. The technique from our little Swiss princess Wanderer, who just dribbles, cuts inside, and top corner curling effort
Stunning.
from range. Stunning.
What a week of screamers.
Yeah, honestly, I do kind of think that one should win.
Yeah, Pavi had a screamer in that game as well, but I just thought the Wanderer was so well placed.
Yeah.
It was, incredible technique.
My investment in the Swiss Queens is like cashing in already. So glad to be on the
Investment
train.
in what sense?
Jessie was here first.
I was on
Emotional.
the emotional.
Yeah. So we will post those for everyone to vote on Instagram and Spotify. So from Jessie, that's
Erin Cuthbert.
from Honor, it's
Layla Wanderer.
and from me, it's Hinata Miyazawa. So if there's one thing I hate, it's injustice. Truly, it's the one thing that boils my blood.
All right, Batman.
No, but it's true. I'm not an angry person, but there is a way to make me angry, and it's if I see injustice playing out right in front of me. And this week,
This is such a big teeing up to what we're going to talk about.
this week was one of the greatest injustices
Wow.
that has ever been.
that has ever happened.
Go down in the history books.
On Monday night in Paris, a scam took place.
Yeah.
And that was Ballon d'Or 2025. There, that's your intro.
I don't think we can ever publish the rage from Maya. She threatened to go live on Instagram. She ranted at her, I want to say girlfriend and housemate, but also hostages, I think is the best way to describe them. For, what was it, 30 minutes straight?
Full keyboard warrior as well.
I was making Real Housewives memes.
Yeah. I mean, we were all outraged, but my God, it's a level of rage I've never seen from Maya before.
It was very entertaining.
It was wonderful. It's nice to know that it's not just like us two that can have head loss. It is also Maya.
Oh, we love a rattled queen.
And it was the way you said, I'm not gonna be angry anymore by the time we come around to recording. And I was like, oh yeah, all right. Bullshit.
It's funny. It's like I forget about it, and then I'll see like Mariana Caldente or something will trigger
see
it.
Aitana posing with her 3 Ballon d'Ors lying down on the football training pitch.
Exactly.
Oh no!
I'll remember.
What really did my head in was Bonmatí being like, "You can't just judge a season on a couple of moments." It's like, well, because
this TCAS interview where she was like, there were only 15 minutes of the whole tournament where we weren't leading, so it's not about these individual moments. But I'm like, no, honey, you lost.
Yeah. Yeah. It might not be about the individual moments, but also you didn't win any of the collective team ones either. And I'm pretty sure some of them 15 minutes you weren't actually on the pitch. So, anyway, to recap, if you've not seen, Aitana Bonmatí won the Ballon d'Or for the third time with 500.
Third consecutive time.
We don't need to burnish it even more. 506 points. Second place was Mariana Caldente with 478, and third was Alessia Russo with 420. It's quite funny that everyone says that Alessia Russo is the biggest PR campaign in the game, and then you look at Aitana Bonmatí. It's like no one is saying she's a. It pains me to say she's a phenomenal player.
She is, yeah.
This was not a phenomenal season by her standards.
Not at all. And even if the voting jury really needed to give it to a Barcelona player, she was by no means the best player in that team this season.
No, not across the season.
No.
Yeah,
Not
if
at
it's
all.
not judged on, winning the Champions League, which they did not, across the whole season, Putellas
was better.
Outplayed her the whole time.
I think Patry outplayed her. I just don't think this wasn't her season. This wasn't a season where it was like creme de la creme of Bonmatí.
It is insane, like the justification. Also the fact that apparently I didn't see the full montage they played as she was walking up to the stage, but if your Ballon d'Or winning video clip includes you losing the Champions League and losing the Euros,
missing a penalty
in a final, what are we doing here? Fucking hell.
Yeah. I think it's yet another kind of. I mean, firstly to say that there's lots of people who always find the Ballon d'Or, both male and female, problematic.
Yeah.
But I think it is a really strong example of box ticking and not thinking something through properly. It's how they've got a jury, many of whom won't be first and foremost women's football journalists. They'll be football journalists, which means in reality men's football journalists, who aren't going to put in the time to watch all of the performances that they should watch in order to be able to vote for this prize. So they're leaning on reputation or
the name,
clout. Exactly.
Yeah.
Because I would love to sit down with a journalist who voted Aitana Bonmatí to find out exactly why they thought that was appropriate. Because it's completely inappropriate.
It's ridiculous. It's lazy is what it is.
It's really lazy. Yeah. And it's like, we are going to do a women's award, but we're not going to do any fucking research.
Yeah.
So that it actually means anything.
I mean, you definitely have that in the men's game, because you look at some of and that has always been an issue. And there's a lot of I think the hype around the Ballon d'Or as a concept has grown kind of exponentially in the last sort of 5-10 years or so.
Yeah.
I was listening to a podcast earlier this week, and they said the Ballon d'Or should matter to the winner, but it shouldn't matter to the shortlist.
Right.
If you win it, cool. If you don't, whatever, because it's kind of a bit of nonsense. But it's so frustrating to think how many people. I mean, even beyond the winner, Marta was 12th.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Barbara Banda was 14th.
I know.
Insane behaviour. How could you look at the season both of them had and think, yeah, no, there's...
But that's it. I bet if you tracked and I wouldn't put it past me, if you track the like
Maya's
list,
investigative journalism coming out again.
if you tracked the list of like how many points each of them got, and then how much coverage each of those players get, then you re-scrambled it to take away how many headlines those players get.
Yeah.
So like Barbara Banda and Marta, who aren't playing in Europe,
Yeah.
like if you could rejig the list to like account for that, then they wouldn't be that far down, and it shouldn't be like that. That shouldn't be the point of it.
And just so people don't think we're insanely anti-couleur, I don't think that Chloe Kelly should have been 5th.
No, absolutely not. When you look at the stats, her stats for the season lined up against the top 4, it's like, no.
Yeah, incredible clutch player.
Yeah.
But it's that narrative, isn't it?
Exactly.
Like, it's the recency bias and it's the narrative, because there are players like she's not been. There are definitely players on that list she's had better seasons than, but she's not
been 5th. Yeah, exactly.
No.
Exactly. It's all complete bullshit. And I just feel really sad for the players who, or maybe they're just much better losers than I am on their behalf.
I don't think you become a professional sports person by being a good loser.
No, well, exactly. And so, but I just think like, what a fucking
joke.
Joke.
This is also the thing. I'm like, okay, Mariona left Barcelona and she had an incredible season where she independently raised the level of a team, and she still can't compete with the Barcelona machine. So is no one who's ever outside of...
Exactly. Like what does she have to do? She won the fucking Champions League.
And if it's a domestic treble, okay, fine. What about the Chelsea players who won a domestic treble and the Euros?
Yeah, where are they?
Like, where are they?
Yeah.
Should they not be winning?
Exactly.
Like, it's just, there is no world in which it makes sense. But I loved all the Barcelona fans who are... Not even Barcelona fans. I feel like Barcelona fans are split very much between like Bonmatí and Potatoes. Like, it's a bit of a shift in the camp. But a lot of Bonmatí fans posting the clip of Mariona Calente looking like quite disappointed, but also fairly neutral. I think she was quite neutral during the thing about how disappointed she looked. It's like, yeah, look at Potatoes, man. Look how pissed off Potatoes looked when she was going up to get her award.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, this is just, it's just not, I don't know. And all the interviews she gave after, I think it's just a bit of a joke, really.
I just think it was an absolute farce.
But what do you think about the other winners?
On a happier note, I am so thrilled for Hannah Hampton winning the Yashin Trophy.
Yeah, that was so well deserved.
Yeah.
And a beautiful speech.
Yeah, really beautiful
speech. A beautiful speech. It was, really incredible to hear her tribute to Matt Beard, and thoroughly deserved. An incredible season with Chelsea, Golden Glove in the WSL, domestic treble, winning the Euros with England, and playing such a key part in that tournament.
Yeah.
Without her, England would not have won.
No,
absolutely not. And then Vicky Lopez won the Copper Trophy for Best Young Player, which,
why not?
Why not? I don't think we have strong feelings either way about that, do we? And Eva Payor won the Gerd Muller Trophy, which was renamed a couple of years ago. It used to just be like Striker of the Year or whatever.
Yeah.
The Gerd Muller Trophy for Best Forward, which I don't think you can really argue against that one.
Like, fair enough. The numbers she puts up are insane.
You read to me like that must be a typo, and then you're like, oh no, wait, it's not. So yeah, some controversial some winners, shall we say?
The less said about it, the better, in my opinion.
Well,
after today, I'm done talking about it because I don't like feeling angry, and it really has made me angry.
Okay,
can we talk about the outfits though?
Yeah, we can talk about the outfits.
For me, that was like
that's the whole point of the thing.
Most of the entertainment, to be honest. I mean, there were some beautiful looks. There were some questionable looks.
Some beautiful gowns.
For me, the star, the most gorgeous, my hun, Yo-Yo, Ritten Canarid.
Oh
the serve that she served up. I cannot get over it.
I love that photo of her getting ready with a bowl of chips.
So iconic. It's like fucking Marilyn Monroe or something like.
Wow.
Like,
okay.
Genuinely, this icon, like she is my queen of Sweden.
Fair.
Anna's life is now split into before Jojo at Ballon d'Or and after Jojo at Ballon d'Or.
No, I feel like this is Anna every year at the Ballon d'Or. Is what's Jojo wearing? Yeah. I just cannot get over the new Posh and Becks, Leah Williamson and Elle Smith. Like, every single photo of them too. And like when they first got together, it was a fun joke. Like, oh yeah, the Posh and Becks and whatever. But like, no, they actually are. Like, it's insane. And the sheer fucking aura from that one photo of them staring into my soul through the camera lens.
Ridiculous.
Just wow. Anyway, what's your outfit take, Maya?
Honestly, I I was watching my stream and I really think I got so annoyed. I actually can't remember what anyone else wore. All I can remember is like feeling so awful every time I saw a picture of Mariona Caldente and Leah Bolti because I felt so sorry for her.
What I thought was a real shame was that Leah Volti didn't get to have like the team pick with Arsenal. Obviously she's at Juventus now, but
I know.
like she didn't even get to have that one big. Meanwhile, then they've got Gyökeres just like there with all of the girls. Like, hello,
oh my God.
I'm
sorry. Emily Fox, stunning.
Didn't get the memo about wearing black though, did she?
No, she didn't, but stunning. Also, Serena Wiegmann in her gorgeous suit.
She got Coach of the Year, did she?
She did get Coach of the
And
Year.
guys, Arsenal did get Women's Team of the Year.
Yeah.
I liked Bon Pastor's little joke about like what does she have to do
win the Champions League
to ever beat Serena Wiegmann as
sorry,
Coach of the
darling.
Year. Because Serena is just
an international competition
next level.
But yeah,
I mean, she has
not this year
with Leon as a player and a manager.
Mine will not be reasoned with honour.
not this year. Not this year.
Well, before we move on from the Ballon d'Or until next year's outrage, we mentioned it when we were doing our previews episode for it, but you know, there's a lot of the trophies that are named after men's football players that are being awarded to women's players. So, like, if we were to rename them, so we've got the Copper Trophy for the young player, Gerd Muller for the striker, and the Yashin Trophy for the goalkeeper. If you were going to rename them for the women's award, who would you rename them to?
It's tricky. It's very tricky.
I did a bit of research. I was like, who would it be for goalkeeper? And the rule I set myself was it can't be a current player.
Okay, they have to be retired.
Yeah.
Hope Solo?
No. No. We do not have time to expand on my thoughts. No, Brianna Scurry, who was the US keeper, among other things, for the 99 World Cup win. Is the second most capped international women's keeper of all time. I think maybe behind Hope Solo. First women's keeper and first black woman to be elected to the US Soccer Hall of Fame.
Oh, that's cool.
But has done also so much after the game. She got in one of her last seasons, she got this awful head injury. I think she might even have been in a coma for a while, and has done so much then to raise awareness of like concussion in athletes. I'm like, so, you know, incredible goalkeeper and also a big legacy in the sport in and of itself. So this is my call to rename the Yashin Trophy the Scurry Trophy for women.
Do you think they listen to us?
Yeah, I reckon.
I think they would have turned off by now, the Ballon d'Or.
Do you reckon? I think
maybe.
I'm going to submit this to the feedback form on their website. What about, any thoughts on who you could rename the best striker trophy to?
What about Kelly Smith?
Yeah.
She's such a legend.
I was thinking Christine Sinclair.
Yeah.
Just because I think she still has the record for like most international goals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
I'll go with it.
Right. So when they respond to our feedback, I'm sure the trophies will be renamed for next season. And Maya promises in advance to not lose her mind.
I'm sorry, I think they've got a lot more work to do before they start renaming trophies, but sure.
So it's that time to check in on our beloved Woso Community Noticeboard and see if we've got any pieces of news or fun that we want to add. Have you guys got anything for me this week?
Well, I like that you said it was beloved because you're right. I think it is beloved.
I think it is quite famous amongst
nice.
us.
Its reputation precedes it. I just wanted to give a shout out to Chloe Kelly, who not only came on at the end of the game yesterday, but then got to Twickenham in time to watch the Red Roses.
Bunch of them did.
Yeah, loads of them did.
Why didn't you catch a lift on her?
I know. In hindsight. Yeah, she didn't give me the call, unfortunately.
Oh. They didn't want to lift share. Well, anyway.
I should have Insta-DM'd her.
Women supporting women. We love to see it.
Yeah. Yeah, loved seeing
gold medal award-winning women supporting gold medal award-winning women.
Loads of the Lionesses went down to Twickenham, so that was just amazing to see.
Lucy Bronze, in fact, was going to the Battersea parade today.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
I wonder if we'll get because after the Euros win, a lot of the players went like to lots of different events. Like Hannah Hampton was at the 100 final, and they've all been at the rugby. And I wonder if now you'll get all of the Red Roses come into like their respective football. It'd be quite fun to know like which teams they all support.
Yeah.
I saw Sarah Byrne on TikTok a couple of weeks ago was wearing. There's this artist on Instagram, Panna Reworks, who does these really cool bespoke prints on like reworked football shirts, and was wearing one for the Euros win. And then I looked on today and they've done a series of rugby shirts, like in partnership with O2 for the rugby team. It's such a cool collab.
That's very cool.
Try and maybe get hands on one of them. Did you see the news about London City Lionesses have had planning permission approved for their amazing new training facility that's apparently going to rival like Premier League standard facilities?
I did see.
Where's it going to be?
I think where they're based now.
Okay.
Yeah, but like, who was Michelle Kang whispering to get this planning permission? And
If she can tempt some of them players to go play in Bromley, it's probably not a lot to pay off the council as well. The Tunbridge and Malling Planning Committee unanimously, in bold on the website, unanimously voted to approve plans to transform Cobb Down Park into one of the most advanced women's football training facilities in the world. It's going to have an improved academy, a community 3D pitch, expanded school and club programs. So, I mean, there's some very funny concept art that's just got lots of women in shorts walking in and out. But I guess we'll see if it comes to fruition. You got anything to add to the Noticeboard, Anna?
unfortunately, I'm just incredibly rugby pilled this week. So all I have been consuming are like rugby celebration videos. All things rugby. So that's
I am
it.
loving Hannah Bottomann's celebration
I was
videos.
about to shout out Hannah Bottomann's knee slide in the dressing room, which if you haven't seen, get on the internet and check that out now because it is incredible.
I want to go for pints with Hannah Bottoman.
Yeah,
I love her so much.
I think I might die. Like I think she could definitely outdrink me.
And she's just so gay, which I love to see in sport and in public. Like women
supporting women,
female women loving women. No, female athletes like embracing their masculinity and just dykiness and just looking so confident and being so fun. She is an icon.
She really is.
Did you see? I think it was the BBC Sport video with Harriet Kelmsley is playing Rugby or Dating with Hannah Bottoman, and it was reading out things. It's so funny, but it's like you're at the bottom of a pile and the ref says that's enough, rugby or dating. At the end of 80 minutes you come up bruised and hope it was okay, rugby or dating. Like okay, and every single one goes dating and points at Hannah Bottoman. So funny. And just one last thing on the notice board. Next week, we will be hosting a Champions League watch party at the Volley.
Woo!
We'll confirm the full details on Instagram a bit closer to the date, but it will be on the Wednesday, 8th of October for the Chelsea and Man United games.
Yeah, so it's
big night
versus Chelsea and then Man United versus Vålerenga. So I'll be intrigued to see Man United in the actual league phase
I
now.
know.
How they get on. And I reckon Chelsea will bat 20, won't they?
Yeah.
So come and join us.
Come have some pints and watch the football with all of us.
Oh yeah, £5 pints and £5 spritzers.
Ooh, can't say fairer than that.
Can't say no.
But that is all we've got time for on Screamers this week. But come back next week when we will be catching up on the WSL and previewing the first Champions League fixtures of the season. But until then,
follow us across Instagram, TikTok and YouTube at screamers_pod, or drop us an email at screamerspod@gmail.com.
And please follow, rate and review us wherever you're listening to us right now so we can reach even more women's football fans. Bye.
Bye. Bye.